Dainichi, Benigoi, Ginrin Benigoi. These, I think, no other variety sort of highlights the big shift in the industry over the sort of past, probably about 10 years it's been going on, in all fairness. I think I was first sort of Momotaro was the breeder that all of a sudden started chucking out a lot of Benigoi, and everyone was like, whoa, this is crazy. And the prices they started fetching as well. And then it just grew and grew and grew in popularity. Typically these were a variety that were always just culled at the first possible selection. Plain redfish, nobody wanted them, there was no market, they had no commercial value, they just didn't sell. Then demand shifted, they became popular, and at big breeders, when these are coming off of big parent sets and big lineages now, they're commanding serious money. This year in particular, getting the normal Benigoi off the Red Tiger line was the biggest battle. Last year the Ginrin Benigois were an absolute slog. Just couldn't get near them. I think I managed to get one individual piece, none of the boxes that we can get. So this year demand seemed to calm down on the Ginrin, but the normal Benigoi just went ballistic as well. So it's crazy to think that this is something that was thrown away now commands such crazy prices from these big farms. But anyway, they're here. You can see from them in the video. Obviously, the normal Benigoi are coming from the Red Tiger line this year, and the Ginrin Benigoi are from the ex-Ginrin lineage at Dainichi. Really, all the normal attributes there. You can see the sort of power in the bodies that are coming from both sets. Ginrin looking nice and stocky, which is normal, and yeah, the Benigoi looking much longer and more powerful overall, which I'd expect that, because Ginrin is typically a little bit more of a struggle for them guys. But once again, as with all these videos you might have watched, these have grown exceptionally well. All of them came to me 12 to 15 centimetres at the time, and yeah, considering again the heavy stocking they've been in and low feeding environment, I'm currently measuring in at 20 cm there up to, so yeah, 25 cm at that end. So I'm really happy with what they've done so far. Again, it might look simple, it can get big numbers of these off of a spawning, but they are an absolute nightmare to get. I mean, I've bought a lot of these and the numbers are not looking promising. The biggest sort of issue that faces Benigoi is the Benny can be quite temperamental in a few, and shimmies are one of the biggest problems that they get, the little black dots that form, if you're unaware of that term. And yeah, there's been plenty of those. It's not just in our water, it's in any water. They're a bit of a nightmare because the strong, intense Benny is sort of prone to develop them. Nonetheless, it's as with any variety, it's a numbers game, so we've got plenty of good examples sat in front of me, and there's more in the net that need to be gone through. So the biggest, best examples are going to be grown in the Asagi pond, which now has Ginrin Karashi from Dainichi and the Kimatsuba from the Botan line, and the Benigois. That's going to be that pond set then, cranking the food up and getting on with it. But yeah, not to be dismissed, this variety, they add a lot to a pond, bearing in mind that we're starting off with a softer colour. So like this example here, you can see it's more orangey at the minute, which is absolutely fine because the Benny is going to come, it's going to thicken and build that intensity. The most important thing to look out for is that the head is a stronger colour than the rest of the body, because there's no scales there for the colour to shine through. So if it's a case where that's an even colour, or even the head's lighter, probably best to avoid an example like that, to be honest. But yeah, I think we're gonna pull some nice fish out here. One that we raised last year, the ex-Ginrin one, was an absolute star. I mean, the Benny quality or the depth of the colour by the end of autumn was just insane. So going to be plenty of good fish come out of these, but that's from having a lot to begin with in order to get that number. So yeah, we'll get these back through now, give them a last sort, and get cracked on with growing them.